In a landmark verdict, the Supreme Court said that illiterates should be debarred from contesting elections, saying that it is a reasonable restriction on people's constitutional right to contest elections. Which of the following can be inferred from the given information? So let us look at the option that is given. So what has the Supreme Court done? The Supreme Court has said that illiterates should be debarred from contesting elections. That is, you have to be a literate person to contest elections. Now, first inference is good education is a must to contest election. See, one thing you have to be very clear here is that what is literacy and what is education? Literacy is that a literate person is somebody who knows to read and write. That's called literacy. Now, education is something that you do that is extensive learning, correct? That you take a degree, you learn for so many years, you gain knowledge. That is called as education. So, good education is a must to contest elections. No, that's not inference that you get. The Supreme Court has said that you should be literate to contest elections. Next, knowledge is power and knowledge comes from education. Again, the next option is also talking about education, but Supreme Court has said nothing about education. Supreme Court is talking about illiteracy. So this also doesn't follow. The verdict will increase the literacy rate in the country. Yes, see, why would Supreme Court make such a this thing? Because Supreme Court is expecting people to be literate to be able to join elections, and people who really want to contest in elections will try to be literate so that they can contest, correct? So this verdict will increase the literacy in the country. That's the inference that you can get. Good people will be selected in the parliament. See, what has the Supreme Court said? The Supreme Court says that you have to be literate to contest elections. Now, a person who is literate doesn't mean that he is a good person, right? You can be literate and you can still be bad. Let's say you cannot correlate good people and literacy. So this inference is also not true. So the correct answer here is option C. Education and literacy have two different meanings. Okay, so if you look at the first two things, they're talking about education. The Supreme Court has just said about illiteracy and literacy. Literate person is somebody who can basically read and write. That's all. Now, education is extensive learning. Education and literacy are not the same. Okay, you can just refer that on Google. Just type what is the difference between literacy and education. Okay, then again somebody asked me, what does verdict stand for? Verdicts means a judgment passed by the Supreme Court.